What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. I want to focus in on the Edmonton Oilers as they start a new era in franchise history with my good friend, Mr. Connor McDavid, at the forefront, of this new time up in Edmonton, and what's to expect. What's to come for the team. Obviously, drafting McDavid was a huge get. Landed Peter Chiarelli, hiring Tom McClellan. A lot of good moves were made. But I think that they, prior to the draft, and then obviously on draft day, I thought they made some pretty good choices. Not only drafting McDavid, but trading for Griffin Reinert. They had the second round, they had that second first round pick, and some other spare pieces to move around. Reinert's played his junior hockey with the Oil Kings. Adding him to the mix, I think, is a good move, and I think his game can really take off. I think he can be an integral part of this team's future, and see how that all shakes up. But I like the Sekera signing. I don't think they overpaid for him. They got Justin Schultz on a one-year deal. He's really got a lot to prove after being, really highly touted guy coming out of Wisconsin. Getting him out there, wanting to get paid. See what he can do. The blue line's a lot better than it was going into the last season. Even Eric Grive, I think, was a good ad. Western Canadian kid, BU, national champion. I think he'll bring a good physical, thumping presence to the back end. And again, I think there's a lot to be optimistic about with the defense. I think that the bar has just been set so low that it's like, all right, let's not be totally pissed with the D. Goaltending situation's improved. I think Cam Talbot will help. Don't look for him to have the success in Edmonton he had in New York because he had a really, 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 really good blue line in front of him and a system that worked, a proven system with proven forwards that were adept at puck possession and moving the puck out of their end and taking away opposing scoring chances in the defensive zone. So, but I think he's better than what they've had. I think Scrivens will play a decent role as well. But I think it's Cam Talbot's number one. Going into camp, and I think he'll have a very good run of it. Now, the forwards, what I really want to talk about, there's a lot of versatility here. You can put McDavid up on the top line, or you can put Nugent Hopkins, you can flip them. I think Yakupov will benefit from playing with McDavid. I think their skill sets really match up. And, McDavid can really help Yakupov show why he was chosen number one. Just looking at the forward core, you got Hall, McDavid, Nugent Hopkins, Yakupov. There's a lot of first overall picks out there. I went into the season saying, they've got to move one of those highly touted forwards, whether it was Hall or Eberle, the Nuge, whoever, to get help on D. They improved their D. I think to kind of backtrack on what I said, I'm optimistic by Edmonton Oilers standards with their D. In terms of the overall picture of the Western Conference, still in the bottom. Wrong, but they're better. They have been improvements. I think the forwards, because the D has gotten better, life's going to be easier for the forwards because breaking the puck out is going to be easier, creating transition, moving the puck in the power play, stuff like that, will be a lot easier. I think, you can kind of hide a guy like Andrew Ference because there's depth on the back end. He can play more of a 5 or 6 role as opposed to having a 36-year-old playing. A 36-year-old who's undersized by NHL D standards playing, in the top 3. But again, back to the forwards. I think that there's a lot of upside here. I think guys are showing flashes, and I think adding McDavid to this mix will definitely, help take them to the next level. I'm excited to see what he's going to do. It goes without saying how big of a fan I am of the kid. But I think you give him a legitimate chance to show what he can do with these guys who also have a lot of skill, but kind of picked up some bad habits playing on some bad teams. I think there's really going to be a major turnaround. And again, I think guys are going to buy in. I think McClellan's, obviously a veteran head coach, had some success in San Jose. I think the guys are gonna buy in and respect what he's saying. And I don't think this team's a playoff team. I think as improved as they are on defense and in net, there's still work to do. And the forwards are a lot of they've always guys like Hall and Eberle, Nugent Hopkins have put up good individual numbers, but how can they translate that to team success? And the thing is McDavid's gonna be great. I'll bet the house that he's gonna be fantastic. I think he'll have a good rookie year. In terms of his point productivity, he's got a better team around him than Crosby did as rookie. If you look at that 2005 Six Penguins team, it's like, how is this not a minor league outfit? But I think McClellan will. I don't want to say protect McDavid, but he won't be an oversight. I think 70 points next year is reasonable. Um, Maybe, you know, I don't. I think Crosby had 101 points as a rookie. I should pull that up right now so I don't sound uneducated. Um, so that's the bar set high for McDavid. See, that's what happens is when you shower praise on someone, expectations get elevated, and a lot of times they're unrealistic. But I think again, McDavid's skill is there, and then the improvements with the team are there. If he went into the season with the team Edmonton went into last season with, Jesus, why are you banishing this kid to deal with this? But I think that the team has made the necessary improvements. Yeah, Crosby had 102 points as a rookie in Pittsburgh. So again, I think the team has made the improvements to be better. Rome wasn't built in a day, but for the first time in a long time, there's signs of progress in Edmonton, and McDavid is going to be a big reason why this team, gives fans in Edmonton something to cheer about for the first time in a long time. Anyway, that's our episode of the Power Play with CJ. Stay tuned for episodes for the off season and beyond. Later, guys.